Christmas of 41, I guess. I don't necessarily remember it, but my daddy had, Mama said they come to Asheville. He was there. And they come to Asheville the day after Pearl Harbor to get my Christmas. She said that was all that was on the radio about the bombing of Pearl Harbor. She told me that. That year I got a tricycle and a pedal car, because my daddy, she got one and he got the other one. And I don't remember what else. Well, I don't remember getting that, but I had those things, and you know, she told me. I do remember a little about that Christmas. I remember riding that tricycle. And I remember the dining room table being full of food. I don't know, Christmases were always good. I always had a ton of stuff.
Would Daddy put up a tree?
Yeah, we would go in the forest and get our tree. We would go in our woods, and then when our woods stopped, there was our neighbors to the back of us woods, and he would go in their woods and get trees for firewood and stuff. So sometimes we would go in their woods and look for a tree, and it was really like a forest. And that was always fun, go get your own tree.
What do you normally put on the tree?
You know, all those ornaments you broke.
Sorry about that.
Ornaments and icicles.
Mm-hmm.
There was red, when I was little, there was some red roping.
Mm-hmm.
And put around it.
Did y'all ever do popcorn and cranberries, any of that stuff?
Not there, but we did that at school.
Mm-hmm. Paper chains.
Yeah, we did paper chains at school.
Mm-hmm.
We decorated some years, maybe every year, we would do paper chains and hang bells on it and put in the windows at school. Mm-hmm. And the bells, we would cut out 4 bells and bend them and paste them all together, and it would be like a bell.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the first time you saw electric lights on a tree?
On a tree? No, I don't.
Did y'all do candles?
Mm-mm.
No, so you just didn't have lights on your tree?
No. But when the electric lights first started, they had these candles, simulated candles, and they bubbled.
Mm-hmm.
So those were neat. When we moved to Bryson City, our landlord and lady would always have a big tree, and we lived in the basement. Our apartment was in the basement of their house, but my bedroom was in their house. It had been the maid's room off the kitchen, so that was my bedroom. And I got to go in their parlor and enjoy their Christmas tree. So they had this big real tree, and one of the daughters made soap suds and put on it for snow.
Oh, cool.
Did she like shave a bar?
I don't know how she done it, but it was just soap suds, and she put on the branches of the tree, and it stayed for a while.
What about your and Dad's first Christmas?
Good grief, I don't even remember. I guess we went home. We went first Christmas. Yeah, I'm sure we went home. See.
Would you have been living on Panola?
No, we were living on Orange Street.
Oh, okay.
We went home. We went home till you were born. When you were born, I told them we weren't coming home on Christmas anymore, so we didn't. we would go the weekend before, the weekend after, or whatever, but we stayed home. We stayed home for Christmas after you were born. I wasn't gonna look all that stuff and visit. It says Mama and Papa Queen and Mama and Papa Wiggins and Mom and Dad, so it's 3 families we had to visit, and so that was a good decision to stay home for Christmas.
Yeah, I remember going and making the rounds to
Yeah.
all the grandparents and great grandparents.
I was thinking about that other day, and we'd take sandwiches and we'd eat sandwiches because we'd usually hit Mama and Papa Queen's first, you know, and we wouldn't want to go in. I was thinking the other day how dumb that was. We should have packed stuff that they would have eat and went in and eat with them. You think about things after it's too late. But they didn't particularly eat sandwiches, so we would have had to take something we cooked.
What was Christmas dinner? What was your big dinner on Christmas Day like?
Well, at Mama and Papa Queen's, it was just whatever they had. Sometimes Mama would bring a roast or something like that for the meat, but Mama Queen always made this spice cake and this applesauce cake, and it was, oh my goodness, the spice cake. I made it some way back. It was 2 spice layers and 2 white layers, and she put it together with custard. And then the applesauce cake was 3 spice layers put together with spiced applesauce.
So those were her versions of stack cake,
Yeah, but it was, she didn't make the
little thin ones.
the thin layers. I think she had when she was younger, but by then she was older and had me to take care of, so she didn't ever make the stack cake that I can remember. But she and I had been somewhere one time, and we stopped to talk to this lady that she knew on the way home, and I guess I said to her, Mother, let's go home, I'm hungry. And the lady said, well, wait a minute. And she went in and got me a piece of stack cake. It was real stack cake. Oh my goodness, was that ever good. I was little, but I can remember it.
What was your favorite Christmas with us when we were little?
Oh goodness, I don't know. I don't know. They were all special because we get things for you, and it was somebody had put on Facebook this morning. When we were little, we thought Christmas was the best time of the year, but now the best is watching your own children on Christmas. So I guess that's true.
Yep. I remember you made us clothes many years.
Yeah, I usually I usually made you something. I made Philip stuff too when he was little. One year I made you a gown and him pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
Was the Indian costume, was that Christmas or
Oh,
birthday?
yeah, that was Christmas.
That was
I made
Christmas.
that one Christmas.
I couldn't remember if it's Christmas
I
or birthday.
made the Indian costume and I made Kathy a suede jacket that year.
Wasn't that the year that I found the Indian costume and got in trouble?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, she let the cat out of the bag, and you were so mad
You
at
were
her.
mad. That you weren't going to give me anything, but you did.
Well, I heard somebody on TV the other day on a special. He said he had, I think there's 5 boys and a girl in his family or something like that. And he said one year he wanted well, he said the thing was that his parents would wrap the gifts and put them under the tree, and then they would unwrap them to see what the gifts were when the parents weren't there. And he said one year he really wanted a super spirograph, and they got it for him, and they had unwrapped their gifts to see what they were, and his mama saw this little tear on the paper, and she asked him if he had unwrapped it. He said, I couldn't lie to her, and he said, I told her yes, and she gave it to his brother, and he didn't get it. He said, that was my worst Christmas.
Aw.
Oh, well, I don't remember that you found the...
I remember it very vividly.
And I'm pretty sure his was in the green foil box.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was. And to kind of cover for it, I don't know why she thought this was any better. She said, but it's blue, when in fact it was brown, predominantly brown. But
I don't remember that.
I can remember very vividly. It's blue. It's like, so that makes it better. How?
You didn't know what color it was. I don't know.
There'd be some surprise.
Yeah.
Well, were you not surprised when you got it then?
Yeah, and I loved it. I wore it all the time. I wore it. That's one of the things I absolutely wore out.
Yeah. You did.
Yeah, and I mean after
Yeah, he loved
even after the pants were wore out, I cut the legs off and wore them like shorts.
Yep.
That was it.
Yeah, that was one of the that was one of the biggest.
That and your
Chris-
Batman cape.
Yeah, the Batman outfit was pretty good.
Did you make that too?
She did.
Well, I made the cape. He had sweatpants and I guess I sewed
It was based on the Adam West.
I sewed
Oh, okay.
the emblem on his sweatpants. I think.
Sweatshirt.
Well, sweatshirt.
Yeah, I made the cape.
And she made some trunks to go on over the sweatpants,
Yeah.
So
It was pretty authentic.
it was pretty good. There's some pictures of me in it somewhere. There's pictures of me in the Indian costume somewhere.
I was sewing for him. You were in a play in high school, and you had to wear
Is Elizabethan garb.
tights and stuff, and I had to make shorts and a high collar white
Yeah.
thing. And we were, I'll never forget this, we were at Peace Goods, me and Philip and Dad, looking at the patterns. We were having this great big discussion, just the 3 of us. And I looked up and Peace Goods then, there was a lot of space, tables like you could look at the pattern books. And I looked up and these 2 ladies sitting across from us were just killing themselves laughing because we were so funny in all our drama,
Trying to figure it all out.
Would this be all right? No, that wasn't right. It had to be something else, And
Yeah. I don't know if we got any photos of me in that costume.
I don't remember any. I didn't even know you had it.
You wore something to school in the second grade. And you all had show and tell every day in Miss Wright's class, and she was telling Dad you wore something and got up and modeled it and said, "My mama made it. My mama can sew anything."
Oh. Yep.
But yeah, we put on a performance of Elizabeth the Queen, and I was like one of the guards.
Is that when you made the chain mail?
No, that was for Latin Club.
Oh, okay.
But we had to have leotards and the pantaloons and the what was it, jerkin was the
Oh yeah,
top
you
and-
had a vest. I had a,
Yeah.
like a
yeah,
vest.
and all that, and we had metal swords and daggers, and all that kind of stuff. The machine shop at the school cut out the patterns, and we had to put our own handles on them and stuff.
It was big time.
Yeah,
Though
I mean-
wasn't that the time you all got to go to the
Yeah.
Elizabethan thing?
yeah. We went to the Elizabethan festival, and we were at the Elizabethan Gardens down there where the Lost Colony reconstruction was, and IJ drove down and came and said, "Hey,
Oh, cool. I
Yeah.
was in college. I was oblivious.
Yeah."
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was as much of a senior trip as I got.
Well, we didn't have one either. I think we went to Stone Mountain. Woohoo.
I made him stuff for Latin Club too.
Yeah.
Remember
Both
your
of
doll?
us. I still have my doll. My doll is at my house.
Yeah, you made me.
She's in one of my
tunic and
dresses
toga.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in one of my dresses I had when I was about 4 years old.
What was the female? Was Paula and what?
Don't ask me. I've forgotten all my
All
Latin
that
pretty
Latin
much.
you all had and you don't remember.
We use it to figure out what words mean now, but
Yeah. Well, I do know one sentence.
what, ego amate?
No. Well, yeah, but no. Claudite libros et capite duos cartos estilos.
Et stilos, yes.
I'm surprised you didn't remember that.
Well, no, I remember pieces of it. The et stilos, exactly.
Because we heard it
Every
every day.
Get out your paper and pencil. Yep.
Yeah, we had a pop quiz at the end of class every day. And so Claudia Emerson would say that
Every day. She's my friend on Facebook.
She still alive?
Oh, yeah. She's not ancient. She was young when she had us. I didn't realize she was as young as she was.
She looked a lot older.
She looked
than
older than she was, yeah.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Yeah, I mean, she had children.